Hello, and welcome to TOEFL Reading 1. Today I'll explain how to answer questions from the TOEFL reading section. First, go to the description below and download the PDF. Then try reading the passage and answering the questions yourself. When you're ready, come back to the video, and I'll explain some TOEFL reading strategies and the answers to the questions. So pause the video now and start the video again when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. Did you have a chance to try it out? Let's go through the passage and the strategies and the answers. Okay, so first of all, the first strategy is to have a quick read through the passage. You could spend about a minute doing that. Try to read the first sentence and the last sentence of each paragraph at least. Try and pick out some key words. And after you've done that, move on to the first question. All right, question number 1. According to the passage, what is one significant characteristic of Brazilian frogs? And the answer A, their unique adaptability, B, vibrant colors, C, their large size, and D, their ability to fly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut that answer because frogs do not fly. All right, and next we need to look for the key word in the question. All right, so here we look at significant characteristics. That's going to be the key word here, okay? Significant characteristics of Brazilian frogs. Okay, we know the article in general is about Brazilian frogs, not really a key word here. Okay, we want to look for the characteristic. Okay, so let's search, see if we can find the word characteristic. Search near the top of the article. Can you see it? Yep, there it is. Okay, one notable characteristic of Brazilian frogs is their remarkable adaptability. There you go. All right, if you read on a little bit, with numerous species residing in different habitats, from rainforest to wetlands, Brazilian frogs have honed their ability to thrive in various environments. Okay, well, we've also got the word remarkable as well. Now, remarkable has the nuance of unusual or strange, and unique also has that kind of nuance where it doesn't happen often, or it's actually one of a kind. Unique means one of a kind. All right, and then we've got adaptability. Okay, so A is the answer. All right, and we can also make sure by cutting the other two answers. You might not have time to do that in the test, so if you do find that A is the answer and you're pretty confident, then move on. You don't have too much time. In this case, their vibrant colors wasn't mentioned at this point, so we can cut that, I think. All right, and then their large size. Well, frogs are quite small, aren't they? All right, next, number 2. What is the main purpose of Brazilian frog vocalizations? Okay, so we'll look for the purpose this time, and also vocalization. All right, vocalization means making sounds, making noises. And if we look at the second paragraph, we can see vocalizations here. All right, we can also see it here. If we highlight this word, calls, that means making sound. What else? Melodious chorus. Okay, chorus is a sound of frog calls. There you go. And also we've got this natural soundscape as well. All right, lots of references to sound in that paragraph. And any questions about sound, we can look in there. Great. Okay, so what was the question? What's the main purpose of Brazilian frogs vocalization? Right. Okay, so what's the main purpose? Well, here we can see several variety of purposes. These vocalizations are vital for communication, enabling frogs to attract mates and establish territories. Okay, there you go. All right, that's the purpose. Attract mates and establish territories. The answer is C. Good. All right, and again, we've found the answer. Not necessary to check A, B, and C. sorry, A, B, and D. However, we will today because we have time. A, to communicate with other animals. Well, no, it wasn't to communicate with other animals. It did actually say to communicate, but to communicate what? That was the purpose of the question. All right, to defend against predators. Well, no, that wasn't said. That wasn't one of the purposes. Okay, and the last one is a little ridiculous because it says to scare away prey. Now, what's the meaning of prey? Well, prey and predator kind of opposites. All right, so the predator attacks the prey, and if they can, they eat them. All right, the prey generally runs away from the predators, okay, before they get eaten. In the case of a frog could be the predator, and the prey would be insects. Okay, maybe insects or other small animals. Okay, so why would the frog make vocalizations? Why would the frog make noises which make their prey, in this case, the insects, make their prey run away or scare away? Okay, so it doesn't make any logical sense. So that is not the answer. Good. All right, number three. How do Brazilian frogs ensure successful fertilization during breeding? Okay, so we're going to look for anything about success or synonyms to do with successful fertilization and then during breeding. Okay, all right, let's go and have a look first of all. Where are we going to look this time? We know we're not going to look in this paragraph about sounds, but in the next paragraph we can see breeding seasons. We can see fertilization. Okay, those are two key words we're looking for. Physical embrace and sperm. Yeah, as much as oh, there we go. Successful reproduction. Okay. All right, we can see that's at the end of the sentence there. So maybe we need to read this particular sentence. This physical embrace ensures that the male's sperm reaches the female's eggs, maximizing the chances of successful reproduction. Okay, let's have a look at the question again. How do Brazilian frogs ensure successful fertilization during breeding? All right. Okay, so it says through intricate courtship rituals. Well, no, that's not the answer. Because here it says some Brazilian frogs employ complex courtship rituals to attract potential mates. Okay, all right, that's not related to successful fertilization during breeding. All right, so that's a little bit off topic. It comes later in the paragraph. Actually, comes as the answer to a later question. Okay, cut that. Through elaborate nests. Now, nests are made of twigs and leaves and small branches, and the birds create those. Okay, I've never heard of a frog creating a nest. Okay, so let's cut that. Through strong bonds between males and females. Right, that's it. That is the answer there. Okay, if we remember back, it says physical embrace and shows, so that's a strong bond there. It's a physical embrace. And through chemical signals in the water, well, no, there wasn't even any synonyms for that at all. Okay, so no, that's not the answer. Good. Number four. What contributes to the diverse soundscape of Brazilian ecosystems? Ooh, okay, good. So we're going to look this time. What are you going to look for? Any ideas? Definitely ecosystems in Brazil and soundscape. All right, I remember soundscape from this paragraph, which was basically about noise and sounds. And it's the last word there, soundscape, country's natural soundscape. The diverse and melodious chorus of Brazilian frog calls adds an enchanting element to the country's natural soundscape. All right, that sounds great. Okay, so let's look at the answers. A, bird songs. I didn't hear anything about bird songs. Trying to confuse again with talking about birds. Um, right, frog vocalizations. That sounds excellent. I'm sure that's the answer. Okay. Um, let's check the other two anyway. And insects buzzing. No, we heard about frogs making noise, but not insects. not especially insects. Okay, and then mammal calls as well. No mention of mammals or their calls. All right, so we can be pretty sure that the answer to number 4 is frog vocalizations. Number 5. What behavior do many Brazilian frogs exhibit during reproduction? Okay, all right, in this case, we got 4 answers: mediation, hibernation, amplexus, and migration. Well, to be honest, there is only one word that I actually read in this article that I remember, and that's this word. All right. Now, what's the strategy to answer this question? Well, first of all, as this was the only word that we can find, let's go and check. We're also going to look at behavior and exhibit during reproduction. Okay. And I recommend that we go to this paragraph here, which is all about the reproduction, and we find the keyword here. All right, there it is, amphlectus, and also we've got exhibit as well. All right, so what does amphlectus mean? All right, well, it's got an explanation after it. When you see this comma straight after the word, and then a noun, a process where males grasp the females to facilitate fertilization. There you go. There's an explanation of what it means. It's a physical embrace, as it mentions later here. All right. So yes, the frogs exhibit this amphlectus, plexus, whatever, however you pronounce that. Yeah, that's the correct answer. All right. Again, there was no mention of mediation. Mediation is a skill which negotiators use. Um, could be used in the animal kingdom, I guess, apart from humans, but I'm not sure about that. Hibernation is when animals sleep for a long time during winter, the winter months. Okay, and there you go. We can bring up the explanation of hibernation, the condition or a period when an animal or plant spends the winter in a dormant state. Okay, dormant means not moving, effectively sleeping. All right, good. And the final answer is migration. Well, migration is when a group of animals or humans move to a different part of the world. Okay. I often think about birds migrating. They migrate in the winter to warmer climates. Okay. All right. In this case, we're not talking about birds. We're talking about frogs. So we can get rid of that. Excellent. Okay. I've just put the article again here just so you don't have to scroll down so much. Next, which of the following terms best describes the unique vocalizations of Brazilian frogs? All right, well, harmonious, deafening, melodious, and here we go, harmonious, forming a pleasant or consistent whole. A harmonious sound, harmonious music. Okay, that's usually to do with music or sound. Deafening. All right, deafening means very, very loud. There was nothing mentioned about that. Melodious, I do remember. And dissonant means a bad sound, something that doesn't sound good. Um, Basically, I remember them saying melodious. We highlighted it in the sound section. Oh, I didn't need to do that, do we? We could have just gone to here. Sound, where are you? Melodious. There you go, melodious. Whoops. Melodious chorus. Pom. Boom. All right, number 7. What part do courtship rituals play? Okay, that's going to be keywords there. Courtship rituals play in the mating process of the Brazilian frogs. Okay, what part do they play? Um, okay, well, let's highlight here it says the courtship rituals. All right, and intricate dances and displays of vibrant color to attract potential mates. Okay, I think that's the answer. Where is it? Here, D. They attract potential mates. There is the answer there. Okay, do you want to check the wrong answers? Why they're wrong? A. They establish territories for mating. No, not that wasn't the courtship rituals. That was the sounds, the vocalizations. They make vocalizations to do that. B. They distract potential predators. not mentioned. You'll find that you need to um, just say not mentioned. It's as easy as that. If it's not there, it's not there. They ensure the survival of the offspring. Um, they may well do, but that's not the point. Okay. And next, number 8. What's the main topic of the passage? A, Brazilian ecosystems. Well, actually, it's not really about Brazilian ecosystems. It's about Brazilian frogs. It is somewhat about their integration with the ecosystem. However, Brazilian ecosystems is far too broad. All right, so we're going to get rid of that. Amphibians around the world. Well, was it about amphibians around the world, or was it amphibians from Brazil only? Yeah, we only talked about Brazil. All right, next, C, adaptations in nature. There was some talk about adaptations, especially in the second paragraph. Their adaptability here. Oops, I've underlined it again. All right, their adaptability, and adaptability. Yeah. However, that is not relevant. And also, it was only appearing in the second paragraph. Whereas when we answer this kind of main topic of the passage, we want something which is generally true across the whole of the passage. All right. So obviously not the answer. Brazilian frog species is the answer. Okay, number 9. Why are Brazilian frogs considered important in their ecosystems? A, they serve as indicators of environmental pollution. Well, there was no mention of that, so can we get rid of that? No mention of pollution at all. As you can see, we know the article quite well by now, and you will too, as you pile through the questions. You get to remember little words and little sections of the paragraph or the passage. At first, you didn't really understand much about it, but now you can see a flow to the passage. You can see what's contained in each paragraph, and hopefully you can speed up and quickly answer these questions. They contribute to the ecological balance. Yes, that was the crux of the passage. They have a high economical value. Well, did you remember anything about maths or money or economy? No, there was nothing about that. All right, so we're going to cross that out. They are sought after by collectors. It could be true, but just because it's true doesn't mean it's mentioned in the article. There was nothing about collectors. There was nothing about museums. Nothing about scientists even. Okay, there we go. And last question. Here we go. Number 10. How do Brazilian frogs utilize their vibrant colors during courtship? All right, so the key word obviously is going to be the vibrant colors. Again, we're talking about courtship, so we're going to look at that fourth paragraph. Question is how. Okay, how do they use their vibrant colors? Let's have a quick look, and we're going to find the key word, which is vibrant colors, which is here. And I've already highlighted it, so I'll highlight it green for you. Vibrant colors. How do they do? Well, they attract potential mates, right? And C has a synonym to communicate with potential mates. Well, attracting is a kind of communication. So we're going to make that the answer. Let's make it green. There you go. All right, that's the answer. And why are these not the answer? No, they didn't do it to intimidate rivals. They do it to attract mates, as we mentioned, to blend in with the surroundings. Do you think flashing vibrant colors and things was going to blend in? No. And to deter predators? Nonsense. Okay, there you go. All right, I hope you can see how I use some common sense. I use some strategies to answer these questions. I looked at the answers. I tried to cut any answers which were not relevant or obviously incorrect. Then, using the keywords in the question, go and see if we can actually find the answer, and then come back, have a look at your options, and see if your answer's there. If it's there, it's the answer. If you have time, have a look at the other options, make sure they're incorrect, and then move on to the next question. Keep moving. Don't spend too long on one question. If you can't do it, you can't do it. There's no point in hanging around. It's a real race against time. You won't have 20 minutes like this video has turned into. So good luck, and join us me next time. Bye bye.